Hello, 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 my beautiful humans. I hope all is well and well is all. Welcome to Nickism, where all I'm trying to do is promote positivity and encourage you to be the best you possible. Period. So, before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, leave a story, leave a topic. I'm for it all. So, today's topic is let's raise our kids to be adults. Let's raise our kids. And let's stop treating our kids like they're not kids. What do you mean by that, Ebony? What do you mean? I mean, listen, your child should not be raising you. You should be raising your child. There's no way in the world a 2-year old or a 3-year old gonna come to me and tell me what they want. No, it's what's best for you. Because we have to be parents, and it starts from negative behaviors. It definitely stems from negative behaviors because if a child at 2 know they can get away with a whole lot of things and nothing is being done about it, there's no discipline being done about it, then guess what? That child gonna get worse, and that child gonna keep on doing things to test you until you put your foot down, until you start raising your child. And I don't mean beating a baby. I don't mean, doing all that, because you don't have to do any of those things. When it comes to discipline, you don't have to put your hands on the child or discipline them at all. But you do have to be stern with them so they can understand that this is no joke and I am not playing. And if it happened again, these are going to be the consequences. Now, if we don't pit a 2-year-old, if we don't pit a blunt or a bottle of wine in a 2-year-old hand, it's wrong, right? It is so wrong in so many ways. It's child abuse. Definitely child abuse. So tell me in the same sentence, how can a 2-year-old, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old tell you that they're not comfortable in their body when they don't even know what their body is actually pushing to perform? No. Let me tell you something. It's the environment around that child. It's the environment that's pushing that child to believe one thing instead of another. My beautiful humans, my beautiful parents out here, listen to me when I say this. Sometimes you really need to listen to your child. Maybe they're not comfortable in the body that they're in because somebody in that household doing something they ain't got no business doing to them. Maybe they're not comfortable with that body they is because the cartoon showing them that they can be whatever they want and it's okay. Now, this is what I want to say is like you get the kids, they get young, they get their little Halloween costumes and they want to go to school and they want to wear their costume every single day because they love their costume so much. You say, no, you can't wear that costume every day. You have to wear your regular clothes. This is just for certain time. You can even wear the bed at night, pajamas. You just can't go to school wearing the costume to school. But I'm Batman, but I'm Superman. Baby, no, you're not. Or you say, okay, Batman, okay, Superman, but you gotta cover yourself up while you at school because you have to wear uniforms or whatever case may be to look presentable. And we pacify our kids, and we're like, okay, and then we get the kid to learn, like, you can't wear this to school every day. So tell me, what's the difference between a child at 5 saying, I'm not comfortable in my own body, I want to be a girl, and you start dressing that child as a girl on a daily basis? It's no longer the child needs or the child wants, it becomes the parent. It's that you don't want to have to deal with the tough questions. You don't want to have to deal with the reality that maybe something is going on in your household, or maybe your child are dealing with mental issues that you need to get checked out now. It's so much bigger than transitioning. Let me tell you something. It's so much bigger than transitioning. Because as an adult now, or as an adult when I was 18, 19 years old, I don't have that same mind frame that I do now at 21 plus. I don't have that same mind frame. And children, they constantly changing and changing and changing. What they like today, they do not like tomorrow. Listen, I'm with every way that a person can change. But I promise you, I'm not with transitioning children. If this is what you want, and if this is what you feel this way, let's have this conversation when you become an adult. Let's have this conversation when you become an adult. Let's have this conversation when you're capable of making these decisions for yourself. Or little ridicule these kids go through during school. How a 14-year-old get a breast implants? How was 12 years old taking hormone medication? You think that's not psychological? First of all, when you take hormone, that's doing something psychologically to your brain that a child is not ready for. What's the rush? If this is who you want to be for the rest of your life, let's learn who you want to be. Because I promise you, that feeling is more than just transitioning. Because once you do transition, you're still going to have that feeling that is something that's missing, that is something not there because it's mental. No, am I saying that every transgender person has mental illnesses? Maybe. Because I do believe everyone in the world suffers from some form or shape of some type of mental illness. I believe that. I truly and I definitely believe it. But until people start asking the real questions of why these mental illnesses out there like that, listen, right now, on every TV show, every commercial, everywhere you go in this world now, every single where you go, they promoting this to our children. It's becoming such a big promotional deal that I got 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds wanting to do this and wanting to do that, and then want to ask the question, well, it's my body. What is a body? If you can't spell certain words, you shouldn't be doing certain things at all. If you don't understand the process of a whole, this is my thing, my beautiful humans. Once these kids do transition, once they become adults, they deal with depression. A depression on a whole nother level because of the hormones that they take. Like, we all have different type of hormones going on in our bodies on a daily basis, right? Especially when it comes to women. We fluctuate. It goes here, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, the moods. It's a whole lot of different type of things. But this is what our bodies are being prepared for it. We don't wake up just one day and just be like, oh, this going through this. No, female bodies are preparing us for our periods. It's preparing us for pregnancy. It's preparing us because we got to go through all of these steps to get prepared for when we hit that midlife crisis, and then we have to go through menopause. Now, I say all of that to say this. Don't push nothing on your child that you didn't want pushed on you. And you already know, females, when it comes to cramps and everything like that, we don't want our kids to go through that, especially if they don't have to. Why? Why make them feel something that is not? Like, this is the world, and this is the reality that we are living in today. And this reality is shifting. It's weird. It's sick. And then the saddest part about it is affecting our children. These kids are so angry now because they believe they have a right. They believe they have a right to say and do anything and feel how they want. And let me tell you something. I don't care if your child gay, straight, or whatever. It's you 18, you nothing. You just a child living in my house, going to school, working your job, trying to be the best person you can possibly be. And this is what I'm saying as far as when it comes to adults. Because then you can make these decisions for yourself. You can make the decision if you want to go to the war, if you want to drink alcohol, listen, if you want to vote, you can make all of these decisions once you turn 18. Because until then, I don't want you having no girlfriend so she can get pregnant. No, we're not doing that. So it's not me bashing anyone. It's the realization of it. We want our kids to focus on a bigger picture in life. And if you want to transition, let's research it now so you can know everything you need to know when you turn 18 and you pay for it by yourself. Because when we start doing things like that, then the realization come in, like, maybe, I don't want to do this. Maybe I need to think about it a little bit more. Let me understand this a little bit more, because this is a process I'm going to have to go through. But that should go through an adult mind, not a child mind. There's no child that should be sitting up here crying because they don't have boobs. Let me tell you something. When I was 12 years old, I'm 21 plus now. Still ain't got none. And I was ridiculed. They talked about me. They gonna be doorknobs, TikToks. They called me a whole lot of things. And sometimes I cried. But then I had to come, realization that, listen, this is my body. This is what's going to happen. I'm not going to run out and get no boobs, nothing like that. Because my mother was like, girl, you're beautiful. Deal with it. There's some things that people should, because she ain't want to hear that. You a child. What you worried about your boobs for? Girl, you a child. Stay in the child's place. So, I say that to say this. Listen, no child should be thinking about any type of sexual experience or have a boyfriend. These kids are right now, and I see this on a daily basis. These kids now are mimicking adult relationships. They mimicking anything except the right thing. And these are just not black kids. These white kids, these Spanish kids, these Indian kids, they all doing different things. What you tell them not to do, they gonna do. And so now that this transitioning is out and it's okay to be gay and it's okay to be this and that, you got first graders, third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders talking about that. You need this. If you don't sit your little tail down and focus on them books, because what is the rush for? This is stuff that's supposed to happen in adulthood. That's what I was taught as a kid. So why is it being pushed on our kids? No, it's not okay for 14-year-olds to be kissing. I don't care if it's a girl and a boy, 2 boys or 2 girls. No, it's not okay. And it's not cute, no. Because then would it be cute if the situation was reversed and somebody end up pregnant? No, then you'd be like, oh, you got a fast child there. You need to tell that baby to close them legs, something like that. Come on, my beautiful people, listen. Like I said, I'm only here for positivity. But I positively absolutely encourage every single parent out here to let your child be a child. All the decision that they want to make, let them know. Listen, you got all of this time to make it. If you're being bullied in school, let's talk about it. Let's go talk about who's bullying you and why they bullying you. Let's understand. Let's get to the root of the situation instead of trying to put a Band-Aid on it. And what I mean the Band-Aid is covering up the big problem. My beautiful humans, life is short. We only got one to live. But let's not tear our kids down because they are our futures. And the way it's looking now, we're losing. We're losing our generation quickly. And what is it for us out here? Once all the youngins, they're lost and confused. As parents, it's time for us to pick that torch up and let's raise our babies. Till next week, peace.